Hello everyone! We're going to show how to use the VolunteerGo app, but before this, we have to had been registered in the VolunteerGo database and also having done a few interviews with some of us, as we have explained in the business plan. So we are going to open the app. You can see we can enter as a volunteer or the person that needs it, depending on who we are. If you are an association, an NGO, you will enter as the person that needs the volunteer. We'll give all of our users a nickname and a password for entering in the VolunteerGo family after all the selection mentioned before. When you enter as a volunteer, you can see that there's a list of the different applications for different people that needs the help. Depending on the status of the application, we can see that there are ones that are requested, others assigned, and the ones that had been done, assisted. If we are working with long lists of applications, we can search for the one that we are looking for. When we have chosen the application, we can see all the information on the blue folder. Here we can see the status of the application selected, the date and the time that it started, the time that it was accepted, and when it finished. Cut those gaps because the activity isn't finished. On this information folder, we can see the applicant's name, their house direction, and also in the bottom, the type of volunteer that they have chosen, and we can also call them. For showing the other part of the VolunteerGo app, we have to use another phone and enter as a person that needs the volunteer. In this case, the nickname is A50 and 11 and the password 1234. Easy, isn't it? When we log in, we can see a list similar to the volunteers one. In this case, we are going to choose the application of the volunteer of the phone situated in the left. As we can see, the information between the applicant and the volunteer matches the time, the type of volunteer activities that we can choose it. That code is quite important because it's the code that the applicant is going to give the volunteer when the help has been done. Because the app is going to be asking for it after accepting this application. Pressing this button means accepting giving this help to the person that is searching for it. After this, the status has changed, so we can see that now is assigned and not requested. And now there's a new date and hour in the list. That means that it has been accepted. When we have finished this application, we can press Job Done and write the code that has been given to the applicant. That's the way the app knows that you have finished that job and the data changes. Look at the dates, the status, the hours, everything has changed because this application has been finished. And we can see this in both of the phones, in the applicants one and the volunteers. We haven't talked about one of the most important tools of this application, and is the localization. We can see where our applicant is and how to get there with just pressing one button. Finally, we're going to talk about that blue button in the applicant's app. This button can change the applicant's application. So in this case, we have chosen for a volunteer for teaching, tutoring, and we are going to change it. So this button is the one that lets us change it. I hope we have been concrete and clear about all the different parts of the app. But if you have any doubt, you can contact with us by our email